So as we started driving, kept driving, there's a sheep, boom, right in the middle. A lot of sheep. I think sheep, it's like 300 to 1 up there. We started saying, what does a glacier look like? What's a glacier going to look like? How will we know when we've like driven between these glaciers? And sure enough, it became very clear that we were looking at the glaciers. This glacier is this. Here we are, Helena and Newell, between two glaciers. Way up here in the highlands, you get a real sense of the fragile nature of the environment. Very little moisture, windy, cold, tough elements, but we grew to appreciate these purple little flowers. Oh, and this was pretty cool. According to our guidebook, NASA apparently used this area as a training ground for lunar missions. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin in the late 60s, I don't understand why. It looks nothing like the moon. Lunarscape. Thankfully, we descended out of the highlands without issue. Another glimpse of sunshine. This was a sign, actually, down at some geysers we came across towards the south. You get a sense here. Steamboat, Colorado on the left. Obviously not functioning anymore. And then Geyser, the namesake of all geysers. The thing about Geyser is that tourists started throwing rocks in it to try and make it erupt, and they clogged it. And there was one point, I guess, in the early, maybe mid-90s, where it started to erupt again for like a week, and then it stopped again. So we saw Strokur. This is Strokur. Get a sense of the vortex starting to go back down. This is Gullfoss, the waterfall. And here it is erupting. It erupts every 7 minutes. A lot of tourists around. And here it is from afar. Okay, we took a horseback ride on Icelandic horse. Not an Icelandic horse, just Icelandic horse. Small little things. I actually called them ponies. This was Stein Grimur, our guide. And he said, it's Icelandic horse, it's not a pony. I said, it's not a pony. He took us on a full-day ride around Hekla. This is the volcano. And actually, it's supposed to erupt, so we actually bought travel insurance before we left in case everything had to get canceled. But Hekla is the volcano that's responsible for those thousands and thousands of flight cancellations, I think last summer, 2 summers ago. And wrapping up, and this will be on the quiz, smoky in Icelandic is Reiki. Reykjavik, translate to Smoky Bay. So one of our last expeditions was up to a river called Reykjalandur, which means Smoky River. And actually we were lost. We didn't know how to find this place. 3-kilometer hike, couldn't find it. Saw this other American, definitely was an American. He was actually in one of those small little non-SUV cars. And he said, do you guys know where Reykjalandur is? And we said, actually, we're looking for that too. And he said, oh, where are you from? I said, we're from America. He said, me too. Oh, East Coast? East Coast. No way. Oh, yeah. Oh, I work at St. George's. St. George's alum. Here's a St. George's teacher. He teaches their global studies program. He's taking a group of 12 to 15 students there this March. We actually walked in with him. Reykjalandur is sort of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This river comes out of the earth hot. And the further up you go, the hotter the water. As it has confluences with different portions of glacial melt, the water cools down, and then you can find the right hot river to go sit in. There you go. No trees. Literally, some of it comes out at 100 degrees Celsius. It's boiling. So that's it. We had a great trip. We were there 12 days. I ended up meeting with a gentleman in the Icelandic Department of Energy. And I met with a couple of professors at Reykjavik University, talked about their curriculum, how they teach this renewable energy. And they were really welcoming. It was a great spot. So that's it. I'll be around a little later if folks have questions or if you have any right off the bat, but I think we're quite wrapped up.